Google now answers shopping searches before your customer sees a single result. It's called AI overviews. Some stores get cited in it, while larger, well-funded competitors are invisible. If you don't know me, I'm Nick Winikoff, co-founder of SEOasis. If you already know, we work exclusively with Shopify brands on SEO, AEO, and Reddit. And today I'm breaking down exactly how Google decides who gets cited and who gets left out. Let's dive in. What an AI overview actually is. An AI overview is Google's generated summary that answers a search before a person clicks on anything. For product and shopping queries, it now shows up pretty consistently. If you search something like best running shoes for flat feet or durable kids backpack for school, there's a good chance an AI overview appears, even before an organic listing and oftentimes even before an ad. Here's the part that most founders and e-commerce managers are missing. An AI overview isn't written from scratch. It's assembled from existing pages Google already trusts. That means your product can be the better option and still get skipped, simply because Google never pulled your page into its source material. So where the content actually comes from? Google pulls AI overview content from pages that already rank well organically. If your collection page or product page isn't in the top search results for that query, it has almost no shot at being cited above them. So why this matters for Shopify brands? Most Shopify stores treat their products exactly like a catalog entry. Name, price, 3 bullet points, done. That's not enough structured information for Google to crawl and summarize. The brands getting cited are giving Google clear, specific answers. And here's the live example. Pull up almost any shopping search right now, and you'll see the same pattern. The brands getting cited are rarely the biggest names in the category. They're the ones with the clearest, most direct answers sitting on the page. If you're a Shopify founder doing between 100,000 and 10 million a month and your product pages read like brochures instead of answers, this gap is costing you visibility right now. And that's exactly what we fix at SEOasis. We rebuild on-site content, and so Google has clean, usable answers to pull from. We help Dr. Brandt generate $99,000 a month in incremental organic revenue in just 73 days using this exact approach. Book a call below to see if your store qualifies for an audit. Now back to the breakdown. Here's the on-site signals that earn a citation. This is where most of the opportunity sits, and it's also where most stores are missing out. Directly answer in the plain text. Google's AI overviews favor pages that answer questions in an easy, concise manner, not paragraphs buried in marketing language. If someone searches, "Is this jacket warm enough for winter?" your product page needs to answer that directly in the text, not give 3 paragraphs about the brand's heritage. An example of structured product data. The specs, materials, sizing, and use cases need to live in a clean, scannable format. Tables and bullet lists get pulled into AI overviews far more often than a dense paragraph. If your product page is one big block of text, you're making it harder for Google to lift anything from it. An FAQ section on a product and collection page. This is one of the highest leverage moves we can make for a client. Real customer questions answered directly on the page itself. We did this exact thing for thefeed.com, and it contributed to a $573,000 revenue increase in just 8 months. A collection page with real buying context. A collection page that's just a grid of products with no supporting text gives Google nothing to summarize. A collection page with a short, specific explanation of who the products are for and how they compare gives Google something to cite. Here are some of the off-site signals Google also checks. On-site content gets you in the running. Off-site signals decide whether Google trusts you enough to cite you over a competitor with similar content. One is third-party validation. Google weighs how often other trusted sites mention your brand in the same context as the product category. A handful of relevant mentions on industry sites carry more weight than dozens of low-quality backlinks. 2. Review volume and specificity. Generic 5-star reviews don't help much. Reviews that mention specific use cases like fit, durability, or performance in particular conditions give Google language it can match against search queries. That's part of why detailed reviews can outperform high review counts. 3. Consistency across the web. If your product specs say one thing on your site and then something different on a marketplace listing or a retailer's page, Google has less confidence in citing you. The consistency builds the trust that Google needs for a citation. Lastly, why bigger brands still get skipped. This is the part that surprises most founders and e-com managers. Brand size doesn't override these signals. A massive competitor with a generic product page and no FAQ content can lose a citation to a smaller store that simply gave Google a cleaner answer. We saw this directly with RoofNest. They moved from position 7 to the #1 spot using on-site and off-site SEO fundamentals, and that contributed to a $182,000 lift in organic revenue over the first 4 months. Same category, same competition, but the clearer signals won. So the real takeaway is this: AI Overview rewards specificity, not size. If your product and collection pages give Google a direct, structured, and trustworthy answer, you have a real shot at a citation, regardless of who else is in your category. Most founders and e-com managers don't lose AI overview citations because their product is worse. They lose them because their pages never gave Google anything clean to pull from. They had the better product, but they still lost. Every page we build at SEOasis is structured so Google has a direct answer to crawl. It's just how visibility actually works. If your product pages are still reading like brochures instead of answers, the link to book a call for an audit is in the description.